Hi everybody, Patrick here from EscapeRoomElectronics.com, PaintballProps.com, and EngineeringShock.com. Today I want to show you the Optimized Betty 4.0. I haven't optimized the software in a very long time, and so I'm going to be upping the price slightly because parts are more expensive as of this past year, and I haven't upped the price in a long time. However, I've massively upgraded the software. So I'm going to give you a demonstration to keep your interest before I talk about the nitty-gritty. But just to give you an idea, the Betty 4.0 now comes with the AC to DC wall adapter. It comes plugged in. This is the power key. Turns power on and off. It can be mounted. It can be unplugged from the board and mounted via this mounting screw. These are the extra wire cut wires. This is the removable loud siren. 16-digit keypad, timer, and speaker. So first things first. Let's power up and go through a basic demonstration. So you can use a battery if you want, rated for 9 to 12 volts DC at least 2,000 milliamp hours. So I'll power it up. It'll introduce itself. Betty and program wire. So I can press button 1 to button 4 to program wire, and that's one of these wires sticking out. They're labeled W1 through W4. A correct wire cut at any point in the game will deactivate the system. If you pull an incorrect wire, the time will go down twice as fast, and wire cut will be removed from the program for that game. Another one of the optimizations I've made is that when you tamper with the system, it doesn't count down 10 times as fast, because that's an instant game lost, essentially. So it counts down twice as fast. So program wire, I'll say program 1, or wire 1, ready clock. So I press wire 1, so wire 1 will deactivate. Ready clock. So in order to increment the time, I tap. 1, 2, hopefully the camera can see this. It looks straight to the human eye, a little bit difficult to see because of the camera frame rate, so I'll go to the next digit. So 2 seconds so far. Next digit, I'll tap once. So 12 seconds. I'll press and hold again. Press and hold the increment to go to the next digit. I'll press tap 3 times. And to get to the next digit, I'll press and hold. And let's do 5. And once I'm done that, I press and hold, and I'm done. So now I'm ready to activate the system. Now the default combination is star number 11. That will deactivate the system at any point. If you want to reprogram it, you can reprogram it on a per game basis by pressing and holding 1 during power up, and I'll get to that later. So I'll press 1.
System ready. Enter combination.
System ready, enter combination. So I programmed in a time for this game of 53 minutes and whatever it was, 12 seconds. And now it's counting down. Hopefully you can see that in the upper right. So, if I pluck the correct wire, deactivation. If I pluck the incorrect wire, starts counting down to 1 twice as fast. If I enter in an incorrect combination, starts counting down 10 times as fast. If I take too long to enter in a combination, there'll be a timeout. So I press 1 button, and the LED flashes and it'll say enter combination. There's no penalty for taking too long to enter in a combination. So let's enter an incorrect combination. 4, 5, 6B. So now, as you can see, we've got it's starting to count down twice as fast. So that's the penalty. So now you're under duress. Again, this is used for either paintball or it can be used for escape rooms if you like. Let's deactivate the system. Star number 11.
System deactivated.
System deactivated. Now to reset the system, I press and hold 1 for 2 seconds, and then let go.
Ready. Program wire.
So, let's go into another demonstration. Program wire, I'll press wire 4.
Ready clock.
So I'll ready the clock. Let's say a 10-minute game, and I'll press 1 to start.
System ready. Enter combination.
Okay, so wire 4 deactivates. Again, if I don't pluck the right wire the first time, wire cut mode is removed from the program for the game, so pulling all the wires won't do anything. Pull the wrong wire, it will start counting down twice as fast. But if I pull the correct wire, which is wire 4, which in this case is brown, or if I cut it, I'll deactivate the system. However, check this out. I'm going to leave that hanging. I'm going to leave that cut. I'll press 1 and hold it for 2 seconds to reset the game, and I'll let go. It'll say Betty. But I can't progress in software because that LED is on. And why is that LED on? Because all wires are not connected on power up. And it says program wire. Sorry, my hot water softener just turned on. Now these come with extra wires come with the set, and they plug in here. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. So now I can program into my clock. We can do, let's say, a 60-minute game. And I'll press 1.
Ready, clock.
Ready clock. I've already done it, and so I'll press 1 to start the game. Sorry, I programmed wire 1, and then it said ready clock. So I programmed in wire 1. So if let's say now that wire 1 is connected for this game, I'll pull wire 4. Now we're counting down twice as fast, and wire cut is removed from the software for the duration of this game. So now what I'll do is I'll deactivate the system.
System deactivated.
Sorry if you can't hear the speaker over my my water softener. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset, and it's going to say Betty. And as soon as it says Betty, I'm going to press and hold 1 again, and we'll see what happens.
Betty. Enter program mode. Enter combination.
Enter program mode, enter combination. So I'll do that again in just a second. You can do it on power up or after every game. You press 1 to reset, you let go, and as soon as it says Betty, you press and hold 1 until it says enter program mode, enter combination. So let's say our new combination will be 1, 2, 3, A. Code programmed.
Program wire.
Program wire, let's say wire 2.
Ready, clock.
Ready clock. 30-minute game. And we're ready to go when I press 1.
System ready.
System ready.
Enter combination.
Enter combination. Again, I apologize, the water softener is going in the background and it takes forever, so I'm just going to continue with the video. Okay, so now star number 1 does not do anything. Incorrect combination. So now we get
Enter combination.
our time going down twice as fast. So I'll enter in the correct combination.
System deactivated.
System deactivated. So I press 1 to reset, and I'll let go.
Betty. Program wire.
And now the code is defaulted back to star number 1 because we didn't program it on a per game basis. So if I turn off power and I turn power on and press 1,
Betty. Enter program mode. Enter combination.
as long as you're pressing and holding 1 when it says Betty, it will enter you into program mode. So let's just say A, B, C, D. Code programmed, program wire.
Program wire.
So none of the other buttons do anything during program wire mode, only 1, 2, 3, or 4. So let's say program or wire 3 will be our deactivation wire.
Ready.
Ready clock. So let's, for the sake of showing off what happens when time runs out, I've programmed a 20-second game. And I'm going to press 1 to start.
System ready.
System ready, enter combination.
Enter combination.
So I'll enter in correct combination, just to speed things up.
Correct combination.
Siren is extremely loud, and it turns on for a short period of time. It's very loud. And but in the old Betty, it would continue to blare until you pressed 1, and I've edited that out. I've made it so it's fixed. Everyone within a paintball field is going to hear that. If you're indoors, you can muffle this with a sock or a piece of cloth. It's very loud. I'll press 1 to reset. Betty.
Betty.
Program wire. So let me talk now. Now that I've given you all the demonstrations, that's all you need to know about the optimized Betty 4.0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you about how it comes packaged. The Betty will come with everything connected, including the 9-volt adapter. The siren will be removed. All you need to do is plug it in right here, and you're good to go. The siren has 2 mounting holes right here, or if you want, you can use the double-sided tape strip on the back and just plunk it down on whatever you're mounting it to, whether it be a Pelican case or within a box, within an escape room, however you'd like. The keypad comes connected already to the main board. 4 wires already come connected to the wire cut area. The timer and the speaker also come connected. The key switch comes connected as well. And there's no polarity. There's a red and black wire, but there's no polarity. It's just a power switch. So power flows through the key and to the rest of the system when you turn it on. So you can remove it, remove the nut, drill a hole, mount it, use the mounting nut to fasten it into place. And once that's done, you can just plug it back in right here. And that's ready to go. So really, you can play with this right off the bat. It comes fully connected. You just plug in the siren when your package arrives. It just makes it easier to package it. Okay, so now let's talk about the wire cut area. It comes with extra plug-in wires. They're female to female, so they plug into the main board. You can mount it so that people can have the area to cut them or pluck them, however you see fit. But let's have a closer look at the board itself. So we've got the wires connected from the left side to the right side. On the main board, I know it'll be very difficult to see, but on the main board there, it's labeled W1 on the left, W2, W3, W4, so wire 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got white, red, black, and brown. And on the right, we've got just 4 pins labeled COM. So what we need to do is we need to connect wire 1, 2, 3, and 4 each to the COM line. So as you can see, there's a loop because I've got wire 1 connected to the first COM pin, wire 2 connected to the second COM pin, wire 3 connected to the third COM pin, and wire 4 connected to the fourth COM pin. And as soon as one of them is plucked or cut, that tells the system either enter double time tamper mode, where time goes down twice as fast, or deactivate the system. Now, in order to start a new game, as I mentioned before, you need to make sure that a new wire is placed in, or if you've pulled it, just refasten it down on the board. So in the case of this, you can use any color code you want because it comes with extra wires. So from the left, I've got white, red, black, brown, and on the right side, I've got white connected to white, or white connected to COM. So white, red, black, brown, white, red, black, brown. So I've just looped it around, looped it around, looped it around. I've connected wire 1 to COM, wire 2 to COM, wire 3 to COM, wire 4 to COM. And that's all you need to know. It comes wired like this already. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I can be reached through email at engineeringshock@hotmail.com, or you can message me through engineeringshock.com, paintballprops.com, or escaperoomelectronics.com through the contact page. Happy to answer any questions you might have. Now, if you're going to remove anything, if you are going to remove any connections from mounting, this is key. Do not do that without taking pictures. Things need to be connected properly. And a bigger issue, or not an issue, something you need to, over anything else, if you're going to remove this the power supply, red wire to the left, black wire to the right. Red wire to the V plus terminal, and black wire to the GND, ground terminal, DC ground. If you reverse that, you're going to blow this component when you power up. And it's not a difficult fix, it's not an expensive fix, but it's going to require fixing because at the very least you're going to blow this 5-volt regulator, which takes 9 volts and transfers it down to 5 volts, which safely powers the electronics. So keep that in mind. If you reverse that and you power up, it's going to go poof. You're going to blow this capacitor and you're going to kill that regulator. So that's one of the most important steps, but it's going to come connected. Everything comes fully connected. I've optimized the software. It works quickly. You no longer need to activate the system and the clock separately. I've removed the extremely fast tamper mode. However, I have one thing that I haven't mentioned is in the original Betty we had a tamper right here. So if you shake the board too much, especially the timer board, you get a little vibration sensor here. If you shake it, that also causes a tamper, so it starts counting down twice as fast. So you don't want people messing with the system. And that option is still there. It comes with a jumper, and you jump. You can't see it, but there's a black jumper on that header right there. What I'll do is, for the sake of making it so that you can see, I'll add a yellow jumper. So if you have this jumper connected, then the vibration sensor is connected to the processor, and if you shake the board too much, it'll cause a tamper, so it'll count down twice as fast. If you remove it, that option is disabled. This jumper right here should always remain connected. If you remove it, the timer will not work. And here is your push button to increment and set your time for each game rather. So that's the Optimised Betty 4.0. Mounted into a Pelican case, a briefcase, into an unmovable fixture. Make sure that it's mounted properly and nicely, and you should work every time with no problem. There are 4 mounting holes on the main board, 4 mounting holes on the keypad, 4 mounting holes on the timer. How you decide to mount the speaker is up to you. Again, 2 mounting holes and double-sided tape on the siren, and a mounting nut on the power key. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me, and I hope I've garnered your interest. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, everyone.